Hi guys, it's Lisa. Today we're gonna see fantasy summer book recommendations. Yes, summer it's almost here and I'm not sure about you, but I'm ready for fresh, watery, sandy, pirates, dragons. So let's start. I bring a little bit of a blend between a young adult and adult fantasy. We will start from the standalones and then we will go right on the trilogies. Starting with To Kill a Kingdom. This is a young adult fantasy standalone. It's really short, it reads really fast and honestly vibes. I remember reading it last year around this time and I honestly loved it. Majority of the story it's placed within the sea. It's kind of like a Little Mermaid retelling where our main girl, it's kind of like the princess of the sirens, but sirens in this story are really savage creatures and they are able to rip out hearts from people, and like just ripping these hearts, it's a token of power. And so our girl, it's not only ripping out hearts of anyone, but of princess, of very important people. And her path kind of like crosses with this prince that it's at the same time a siren hunter. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of enemies to lovers, there's a lot of banter, there's as well a quest. We continue now with something a little bit spooky with the Wicked Deep. And so don't get me wrong, this is summer vibes, but it's twisted summer vibes. In this story, we will have this misty town with a lake. Yes, it's summer season and the plot really revolves around the lake, but that's where the things end because really it's a little bit creepy. It will follow this town where a long time ago 3 women were drowned in this lake because of witchcraft. And it seems that from that point onwards, every summer, 3 young men will die in this lake drowned. And it seems that now this is almost a touristic attraction of this town, but really people keeps dying. And we will start the story with our main girl that, just meets a boy that has just come into this town for his own reasons, and she will do whatever it takes to try and avoid him being drowned. This is a very interesting story because it's told in a way that you really get into the vibes. It's really atmospheric and it has kind of like this element that it allows you to puzzle what really is happening, but it still has some twists and turns that keep the story going fast. And then we go to the winner of the summer salty vibes, which is Fable. When I was about to pick Fable, I read the reviews and it was like, whoa, this book, it will get you sand vibes, salt will be in your lips, you will be all into the sea. And I was like,
well, that's an exaggeration.
But it really wasn't. This book, it's phenomenal because of how great their vibes are. I don't believe this is such a great story itself, but really, if you're in the mood for something in the sea that gives you the best vibes ever, a story about pirates, this is it. This will follow this main girl, Fable, who is the daughter of this main pirate lord who has decided that it's not meant for the pirate world and he has left her in an island. And the story kicks off with her kind of like almost figuring out how to get away from this island and retaking her rightful place. She will meet this band, she will start working in a ship. The prose of this story, it's really great. It has a lot of details, but those are told in a way that it's really whimsical and honestly, believe me, if you are in that mood, Fable, it's what you need. Then we go to a little bit of longer series. We have Temeraire by Naomi Novik. This story, it's just light, it's fun, it has a lot of moments where you are riding the dragon, like
the wind, it's in your face,
and that kind of stuff. It's a retelling of the Napoleonic Wars, but the dragons play a really important role. And hear me out, this is not as word-driven as you would expect. This is honestly a lot more of How to Train Your Dragon vibes. It's really light in tone, almost fun, really, and we will follow this main character that is kind of like the captain of the English Navy. And we start the story with him taking a French boat and, you know, taking a small egg of a dragon that is hatching. And it seems that when the dragon hatches are like that, so you know, like the first person that they see, those are the ones that should be their caretakers, and he is the one that is now going to be training this dragon that it's super special. You and your dragon just going through the sea, that kind of stuff. Moving to a somewhat darker and a little bit more complex story, we have The Bone Shard Daughter, which is a trilogy that it's unfinished and it's adult fantasy. This is a nation-inspired story, and we will have this empire when it seems that the different islands are drowning, like complete islands. And we will start the story with one of our main characters just being in that island, and he just
saying like, what is happening?
And you know, like just getting away and starting into the sea, finding a small animal companion, and you know, he will be on this quest of saving his wife, and along the way he will kind of like play a role, a little bit of a hero, saving people from these islands. However, there are different points of view in this story. The other main point of view, let's say, is of the daughter of the emperor. This royal family are the only ones able to perform bone shard magic, which means that they are able to have different bones inscribed and added into constructs, kind of like monsters, and these monsters will arise and will do whatever the instructions were. And so it seems that these constructs were created because they were the only ones able to stop a bigger threat from the past, but this bigger threat, it's not anymore here. And you know, these bones are actually from people and they suck their life. So that's kind of like the political layer. And then we will have our main girl, that it's the daughter of the emperor, and she has forgotten everything, and so she is kind of like in this path of learning this magic, of trying to remember everything that happened and trying to gain her role within the empire. It's not summer vibes in the like being in a beach just, you know, chilling. It's more of the island seaside kind of like story. It is fresh, it's definitely fresh. And now, changing a little bit gears here, we will go with rom-coms, because somehow, some way, in summer, I'm more drawn to these romance summer stories. So in case you're, as I am, here are some recommendations. We will start with Book Lovers, which is the perfect story. Honestly, I just loved it. It talks about our main girl, Nora, who is kind of like this very focused woman. She knows what she likes, she knows what to do with her job. You know, her life is almost figured out. The only thing, love, it's not really like it's not really good for her, because she's kind of like a little bit cold, but whatever, because she has this amazing bond with her sister. And you know, like one day her sister comes and says like, hey sis, I really need to take some time off, so why don't we go to this small town, which is supposed to remind us to the town of the Gilmore Girls series,
which is not Sleepy Hollow, but I cannot remember what's the name.
They get there, and of course, as soon as they get there, she discovers that her worst enemy is there. So there's a lot of enemies to lovers, a slow burn. I was dying with that couple. I was shipping them from moment zero. We will finalize this list with a very popular one, which I've read not so long ago, which is The Love Hypothesis. I am just a sucker of the grumpy versus sunshine, and we will follow this main girl, and one night she just bumps into this very important professor. She just kissed him and convinced him somehow to fake that they are dating, because she doesn't want her best friend to think that she is still in love with someone. and you know, like the story unfolds from there. It's super tropey, but it's so much fun. We will have these different scenes where, oh my god, it's so hot, please add some sunscreen into that amazing body because otherwise burn. That kind of stuff, but really, it's almost summer, treat yourself. And yeah, that was it for today. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I publish bookish content every Tuesday and Friday for you to enjoy. If you want to stay tuned, you know what to do. Click the subscription button. And yeah, let me know down below, what are those reads that scream as summer to you? Because I'm all here to hear it.